All right, everybody. I appreciate all the great messages and comments, and a lot of people have done some touching things in these last few weeks, and couldn't ask for more. It's still uneasy for me to accept talking about it. Had somebody mention it last night that didn't know, and they were like, "Hey, what's that patch on your arm?" And I didn't even know what to say. And luckily, my dad stepped up and he explained it. And that's what I've got to learn how to do is be more able to talk about it so I can find a donor for me or someone else out there in the world. So please share, donate, fill out a form. All those links are there. Comment on this. Keep it going. I have a great group of friends and I have a great support system. But with that being said, as we left off, after the heart attack, more things were being taken away from me by the doctors because of my health. They're telling me I can't coach anymore. They're telling me I can't umpire anymore. I can't lift more than 15, 20 pounds. Things were crazy. And I kept trying to defy that. No matter what they said, I just didn't listen. I was going to do what I was going to do. And it didn't matter how close someone was or how much somebody meant to me. That's what I was going to do because I needed to tell myself that this could not hold me back, that it couldn't make me be somebody else. It couldn't make me say, I didn't want anybody to ever look at me and say, well, that's Chris. He could, before he went on dialysis, he could do this. Before he went on dialysis, he could do that. Or before he was on dialysis, he acted like this. Or he was here more when he was on dialysis. No. I kept trying to defy all that. Like I did as much as possible. And even if it meant more than what I could do before I was on dialysis, that's what I tried to do. I was putting no limits on myself, even though all these physicians and stuff were telling me that there were limits. And, for a lot of reasons, that's good because your mental stays focused and this, that, and other. But I was starting to deteriorate slowly by slowly, and the ones really close to me could see it. And they told me, hey, look, take it easy. Don't do this. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. It just infuriated me. There's nothing wrong with what they did. What they did is they cared. And for that, I'll always hold them in a special place. But to me, it just infuriated me. It was me saying, if I said, okay, yeah, let me help you, that was me giving in. That was me giving up in my mind. So I couldn't do it. And I needed to learn how to step back instead of keep pushing the limits. And as I kept going on, I just kept pushing the limits. And I was starting to have infections with my catheter in my chest, still trying to go to my arm. And it was making things really, really bad as I was just weak as I'll get out. And I'm just trying to power through. And there would be episodes here and episodes there. And I would just act like they never happened. And the people who really cared for me, they seen them and they were just like, how do we stop this from happening? What do you got to do, Chris? What do you need to do? What can we do to make it easier on you? And there's nothing they could do because this head up here was concerned about how I was never going to be seen that way. I was even willing to just say, if I died tomorrow, my kids, my family, my friends, they would remember me as being the way I was, no matter what, always that way, 100% all out, and so be it. Maybe my life was shorter, but it was the way I want it. And I still have that little belief now as I'm here and I'm ready to tackle the next thing. But my weight loss had begun to be a big thing. And now it's like I got to lose the weight because, I'm 345 pounds and I just had a heart attack and I need to do something. So now I've got to focus on my weight loss. So I start changing my whole lifestyle, doing everything. And I'm like, my goal is I got to get down. If I can get down to 280, then 280, I qualify for a transplant. And I bust my tail for about 5 or 6 months and all I get down is 300 and I'm so frustrated and I'm trying to do even more and I'm trying to push my physical limits and dialysis is wearing me down. And I eventually just had to go to my endocrinologist and I said, hey, look, can I have some help? I've never took medicine to lose weight. Can I have something to give me a little boost? You know, I didn't know what she's going to give me. I didn't know if I was going to have to like start doing cocaine or what, you know. But she recommends Mounjaro, and I start on it. And I started on it in January of 2024. And the first month, I didn't think it was working. I really didn't. And then it gradually gets to be working, and we'll get into some more of that on the next episode. But what I was going to focus on is, as I was doing this lifestyle change, and as I was doing this, my family, my friends, and my work family just really step up. And they're there for me every step of the way, cheering me on, telling me the things that I need to hear, whether I can accept them or not, because I'm not really good at accepting compliments. And they're just there. And look, the important message that I'm trying to make in this video is your support group. You have one. And to have one like I had, where 99% of them or most of them, they stick through you through everything you got. But the support group also needs to understand there is an emotional and a mental state to all this that us patients are just can't handle. You don't understand how dialysis on a daily basis changes your mindset. You don't know if really you just ready to die or you ready to keep fighting. Every day is different. You're ready to just cash it in and I'm done with it. And then the next day you're like, no, I got this. I'm going to win. I'm going to beat this. I'm going to get things straight. I'm going to keep fighting to get whatever position I have, to get to this test, to pass this test, to take these labs, to do this, to, you know, keep going to the doctor, to make my life miserable. I'm just going to keep doing it because I'm going to beat it. I'm eventually going to beat it. And you hear people say that who've battled with cancer and stuff, and that's way hard. And my kudos to them, because that, it's just unbelievable. But as I battled through all this, it's just like my emotional and my mental state was just all down 1 minute. And then it's like, you can't stop me the next. Look at me. I can still do what I can. There's nothing that can slow me down. And yeah, battling being a friend or a family member to somebody like that, going back and forth, I give everything to my friends and family because they watch me go back and forth. I have a close friend right now that I talk to him a couple times a week, and it's just like me and him understand each other. And he gives me some of the best advice, and I just don't know what I'd do without some of that advice. But it is also like he understands me, and I couldn't ask for anything better than that sometimes. And he gets it when I'm mad. He gets it when I'm sad. He gets it when I'm determined, and he just sort of like rolls on that roller coaster with me, and it's you can't put a price on something like that. And my wife is unbelievable. She rolls through all the punches, through all the stuff, and you know, sometimes she says, "I love you because you love my kind of crazy," and I'm sitting there going, I'm freaking lost without her, and yet she thinks that I'm rolling with her crazy. But next week, we're going to talk about how I use Mounjaro and changing some more of my lifestyle and losing some weight. And we'll, and we may more talk about how dialysis is on a day-to-day basis. I think that's what my daughter wants me to handle. Show you what it's like in the dialysis clinic, going to it, getting up in the morning, going through it, going through the daily routine, still continuing on with work at the same time. So to everybody, please go to the website, fill out the form if you feel like donating, read more information if you're thinking about donating, help someone out there who needs a kidney, tell somebody about it, help me, help anything. I mean, just keep promoting it. Tell people about this video, tell people about the channel, tell people about the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook page, whatever. Just keep it going for me, for everybody out there. Have a good week.